Still in one piece. Good. Just gotta install this. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Did get one of those. I did find that the plastic piece that sits where the latch goes into is actually a different size, so we're gonna get one of those. Anyway, so like a great pop singer of the 90s once said, oops, I did it again. This time on the cam car. So we're over to Brad's and I'll explain. Hey, we need keys. So there it sits. Here where it's been sitting for the last couple months for an idling issue. And the special surprise, it was the mass airflow sensor. So as you see, our intake is gone. The funny part is when I data logged, everything seemed good. It was still reading, but apparently not reading well. Of course, the whole oops, I did it again is because I saw it reading, and I'm pretty sure this is the newest one that I've bought, because there's a new one somewhere. I thought I bought it for the boosted car, but it's not on the boosted car. It's not on the daily, and I haven't had any other pass through my hands in a while, so it's got to be this one. I mean, it seems to be an AC Delco. So we actually skipped over that and tried a stock throttle body, which of course didn't work. So we'll put this guy back on with the new mass airflow, and we should be good. Then we can get back to actual prep for Canada, because that's the next big trip, and that car is going as well. Most plus.
So when you set me,
Is it the most plus though?
probably not.
Is it just the plus?
It's the cheapest.
Now our other problem, which is semi-common, is our fans aren't coming on. No matter what I set the fans to, they don't come on. If I individually control them with HP tuners, they do come on. And when you key off and set that, they come on. So I suspect a PCM problem, and here's my idea. I have that spare PCM. I'm wondering if I can just load, like do a full write for this exact tune onto that PCM and kind of roll out if it is a PCM issue. Which it's got, I mean, it's got to be. I'll still wire the fans today, that way you have a switch, but just because I'm not done trying to diagnose that problem. Oh yeah. So for now, and so that he has a fan situation, I'm just gonna go ahead to the PCM. I've got pinouts, hopefully correct ones, and wire colors that I'm going to attempt to splice and ground to tell the relays to turn on. Yeah, well, I figure I'll disconnect it to work on the electrical before I zip zappity myself. Now, according to my calculations here, so I drew up the fan wiring and traced everything. So if you ground fan relay 1, it sends power through to both fans. That should be low speed on both. And if you ground fan 2, it'll switch mode and only be fan 2 high. But all I'm gonna do is just run the wire to a switch to a ground. In theory, that should just do the same thing as what the PCM would do. So, I mean, PCM control is a ground. Alright, so I did tear this apart. Identified my 2 wires. So C1, which is the blue connector in the V6. For fan 1, it's dark green, location 6. So I got that pulled out. And fan 2 is dark blue in position 5. So I've got that pulled out. So what I'm gonna do is splice into them somehow. I'm gonna do both, just to have both. It's not the best using some normal rocker switches. I want to maintain the connectivity and just tie into it because I still like having him, with him having the key off function. I still like maintaining that for now. And then moving forward, if I do change a PCM, it does fix it. He'll have, you know, normal control, but then basically just override switches. So basically just like, I guess, a wish version of the Casper fan switch, in theory. Yeah, let me tie into that, get this, then we're gonna run some tests with the battery connected and go from there. And while I've been struggling, he actually got this done. So new MAF is in place, everything's plugged in, put the TCE back on, throttle cable's good to go. So hopefully as soon as I get this done, we'll fire it up too, and might be good. All right, so switch is in. I did not hook up the lights because someone doesn't want the lights. And basically, like I said, coming off the PCM and then just grounding it out. So how this has to work is, so fan 1 relay needs power. And that's both on low. Okay. And then you have to keep that one on and activated to activate the second, which gives you both high. Okay, that's a win. Let's see if it starts. Okay. Well, there for a minute it was like that IC was like wide open, but it's quiet now. You know what I hear though? Yeah, rear mount, like metal on metal. Yeah. Check engine lights for.
Driveway's not forgiving.
No.
First time it moved in like fucking how many months?
So I'm thinking 2 months. It just wants to go. That cam life. Ooh, nice. Right, that's when, yeah, because you got Kara.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I think we're squared away there. Did have some trouble starting, but I'm thinking just because we had the battery unhooked for so long, just relearning the fuel trims. Definitely does need some more work, but obviously we haven't been able to because, yeah, it's been having issues. But I believe it's ready for at least a trip. We took it around the neighborhood for a while, drove it around for a little bit, never stalled out. So as long as you keep the battery in check, should be good. Another rev chop that's having issues. I think she's good. I'll do another quick once over, like I do before any trip. Outside of the cars, there's some just legal stuff we had to kind of take care of. I guess is the best way I can describe it. Basically, so we had to get our passports, obviously. So we did passport cards, got those in. Of course, with everything going on, there's things we have to fill out before we leave. As far as travel plans, we had to submit our vaccination cards, and yeah. So I've done most of that so far. The travel plans themselves have to wait till 72 hours before we leave. So that Monday, I think, would be 72 hours I'll go on the app, check an app, can arrive or something like that. But yeah, go in there, pretty much tell them what port we're going through, where our destination is, how long we're staying, what's our means, or why we're traveling, all that fun stuff. So hopefully get that submitted with no issue, get us up there, cross the border, hopefully with no issue, and have a good time. We wrap for this quick one. A little bit of info actually someone might benefit from by a little different way of overriding the fans, but still utilizing the PCM control. So hopefully that helps somebody. So with that, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Speaking of prep, some of the things going with us. Take a peek under here. Oh, too dark. Whatever that is. Find out when we get up to Canada, I guess.